So I recorded a video the other day about how I was feeling really overwhelmed when I went to the beach and how I felt like I was going to faint, and I couldn't figure out why that was. So I started to analyze it, and then I decided this morning, because the weather was nicer and the sun was out, okay, just force myself to go to the beach again. Don't let fear stop me from going to the beach because I'm scared of what will happen or what could happen. So I know the weather affects my mood, and it affects pretty much everyone's mood, whether we're conscious of it or not. If it's a gloomy day, rainy, cloudy, we feel gloomy on the inside, and we move through our day like that. We don't feel energized, we don't feel motivated, and we just want to get through the day. We want to curl up in bed and read a good book or watch a movie, but a lot of people have to go to their 9 to 5, so they can't do that, and they just have to push through the day being in that state. And then when we're sick, of course we don't have the energy to do stuff, and our mind starts overthinking, and all of these things start to surface: fear, anxiety, all of these things, whether, oh my god, are we going to get through this sickness, or other things that we have been bearing away, or stuff that we just don't want to think about. So a lot of times when we're sick, we have to force ourselves to go into work if it's not a fever or something too bad, and we're in that state of not feeling well and feeling drained, and all these things that trigger our mind to go into overthinking or anxious state. So what I realized was that when I went to the beach that day and I was feeling off, like I was about to faint, is because I was coming down with something. So it's like I forced myself to go to the beach when I knew I wasn't feeling well, because my oldest son was coughing and sick for the past few days, and I knew I was going to catch what he had. But I still wanted to take my little one to the beach so that he could have fun. So I forced myself when I wasn't feeling well, and then the weather wasn't the greatest. So those two things, and then I started walking up and down the beach, exercising a lot, doing workout routines, and that just made it work. So it's like after I finished that workout, I immediately felt weak, like my thoughts were just in fog, and I felt like I was going to faint. So we have to pay attention to what our body is telling us and what's going on around us in our environment. The weather was bad, I was feeling sick, but I pushed myself to do something that wasn't aligned with what I was feeling. I should have just went home and rest and took it easy, instead of feeling guilty that I need to take my son out when I wasn't feeling the greatest. But there's also another thing that's going on with people that are going on this healing journey and really focusing on changing habits that they no longer want in their lives. So I had mentioned that there was 2 other times when I felt this feeling like I was going to faint out of nowhere. It was once at home and once when I was at the park, and that was, I think, a sunny day. Or was it? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was a sunny day. So that's when I started to analyze it and realize that those are ascension symptoms. I know a lot of people probably don't believe in this, but ascension symptoms are things that our body and mind need to reset to get in alignment with the new person. So it's like our mind and body is getting in alignment with the new version of us. So of course we're going to go through these experiences that are uncomfortable as we're shedding old layers of us, like a snake shedding its skin, because we need to catch up with who we are. If we want to change our mindset, and we're changing our mindset with our thoughts and our habits, changing our routine, all of these things, then naturally our whole being has to change. So it's like ascension symptoms can be like you just feeling off, you feeling like you're gonna faint, you feeling like when you get up you feel dizzy, sickness, all of these things. It's obviously, if it's going on for a prolonged period, then yeah, maybe you need to check it out with the doctor, what's going on with you. But if it's just happening in spurts here and there as you're going through transitions, and it's not lasting for a long time, then it's probably ascension symptoms that you're going through for a reset. So yeah, basically today when I went to the beach, I feel like I slept a lot last night. I was feeling really bad yesterday, but I woke up and I felt a little bit better. And I decided, okay, I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to not just tell myself to go home, that I need to rest more. I feel, okay, let me try it. So when I went there and the sun was shining, I was just soaking in the moment, being grateful that, okay, I'm grateful, I'm here, I'm not in Canada, I'm on a beach, I get good weather, I get to spend this quality time with my son, I get to be present in his life, I get him to like as he grows up, he's going to remember these memories, I hope, that we made together, that we shared together, that my mom was present, that she was there with me. So it's like I started to really look at the things that I was grateful. But I find that when you're in a state of not feeling like you're in a good mood, or you're feeling low energy, it's hard to feel that gratitude. Where today I was actually feeling that gratitude when I was saying. But I also didn't over push myself. I was like, okay, I'll walk. That's the most I'll do, and play with him. Not something too crazy, and not work out and do all these other things, and try to get out of my overthinking mind. Just really, really be in the present with what was going on. And I found that because I was like focusing on being in the present more, when my thoughts wandered, they wandered. Just little things started to happen that were like fun for him. And because my energy affects his energy. Like, kids are usually in a good mood unless they don't get something that they want, right? So he was just in his state of being in a good mood, but I was also in my state of being in a good mood. I was really soaking in the sun, feeling it and feeling good about that. And little things we kept happening that were just fun things, that were fun for me and fun for him. That like this couple had a dog, and they were just letting him throw the frisbee, and the dog catch it and bring it back to him. So it's like these little experiences.